Hey, Susan, how are you doing? Happy, what is today, Wednesday? Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday. It's so funny. You'll look in the mirror and say, oh, I feel like I made this even. And then you come in and be like, okay, whatever. Whatevs. Whatevs. It kind of looks like a mohawk on my side. But anyway, happy Wednesday. How are you doing today? How's it going? I know you're working. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out and rocking with me and having my biz act. Oh man. So what I want to do today is literally like do a whole have you ever like in questions, and like I'll explain like how we'll answer in the chat when a couple of people come in so we can play. We don't need many, but when a couple of people come in so we can play. But before I do anything, I want to put out a small itsy bitsy disclaimer. Here's the disclaimer. I am no one but me. I don't try to be anyone but me. I don't, rock to the beat of everyone's drum, but I know how to respect people. So here's one thing about me I'll never be. I'll never be a follower. I'll never be persuaded to do anything I don't want to do. And I'll never be in the mess. So those are things about me. So if you speak only those things about me, please, because that is the truth. So I don't care where it's at or who I'm with. That doesn't explain who I am. It doesn't. We need to stop that, because some of us are sitting in the shit saying, look at who's over there. That must mean this, but I'm over here and it doesn't mean that. I just try to look at everybody the same way I want you to look at me. And that's to believe that every one of you are free thinkers. And where you are and what you're doing is because you choose to. And you have to understand that. And that's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. Because I don't care how many gossip gates you do or how many blast out somebody you do, you'll never have that on me. Because that's just not who I am. So not only am I saying something, I'm standing on it and standing in it. Not only am I saying something, I'm doing it, and actions speak louder than words. So there are plenty of people that I mess with on YouTube who have been at one point or another part of the trash or being trashed. I never jumped into that or judged them. I treated them accordingly to how they acted around me or what I saw from my own eyes. I truly went off of the energy I feel off of them. And that's it. And so if somebody doesn't like it, I'm sorry for you. But I'm not trying to persuade anyone to be me. I'm not trying to persuade anyone to think like me. I'm not trying to persuade anyone to change their mind about who they're around. Do what you do and do as you do. And that is that simple. But now that that's been put out into the air, into the atmosphere, hey, everybody, happy Wednesday. So happy to see you. Let me see who's up in here while I'm talking about happy to see you. I just be lying. Can't even see the board. Then it's like that light. I don't even have it on. So what is the light glaring? Is that the sun? I don't know. I'm amongst the angels. I don't know. I don't know. Always. I gotta always believe that. Because I believe when I was at my worst, I was always amongst the demons and they was always whispering in my ear, don't knock now. Don't talk about their mom. Don't talk about their kids. Go talk about who they don't know who their baby daddy is. Go ahead, do it. It was like Danny, a follower, said no one ever. Said no one ever. I am a leader. And I try my best in leading to understand that no one with me is a follower. You know what I'm saying? We just all headed in the same direction. I got the map. If anything. That's it. That's why I say up in here, everybody wear the crown. I don't give a fuck what you did. You did time. You used to be on drugs. You had a case. You've had an essay against you. You know what? You lost your kids. You didn't raise them right. You raised them right. You've been divorced. You've been married 3 times. You're sick in a bed. You flipped religion. You used to gang bang, then you flipped gangs. I don't care. I don't care, because what makes up a whole is made up of all different things. Cause see, otherwise, you know what this would be called? This would be called a if you ever been lied to. That's this group. So we all in here because we've been lied to. Have you ever been to jail? Because that's this group. We all been to jail. But it's not that. We're people. We're people. Like, we all got a life, a backstory. If it didn't happen to me, it happened to somebody close to me. If it didn't happen to somebody close to me, you know what I mean? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. But people can't do that. People want to put on you. See, on YouTube, it's not what you did, it's what somebody said you did. And if that was juicy enough to get people's attention, clicks, views, like buttons, and comments about it, then that made it a fact. Okay. What ifs? What is? But here's the thing. I've been bumping through the YouTube streets for 10 years. There's not one story somebody's ever gonna bring up where I followed, was in the mess, was DMing them bullshit, was sending them screenshots, was, you know what I mean, was recording shit. So now let's get to have I ever. Now, here's the game. So instead of us saying yes, sometimes it's hard to say yes, even for me, when we did something. So we're gonna make it fun. So you could be, see, I don't know, because I'm real about letters. So I guess we're gonna do Y and N. So yes if you have, N if you haven't, okay? And if you don't answer it, put a shot glass or a beer mug in there, or the smoke emoji, because then you got to take a puff or pull or drink, whatever. You don't have to take it down. Count them up, take them later. It's early. People still at work. Let's be good. But that's just your answer, because you know how when you play Have You Ever, you have to take a drink if you don't answer, you know, whatever, or if have you have done it. But in this, we're just doing it to answer, like, we're all human. So these are all YouTube related questions. Have you ever? Have you ever? And I'm even, let me see. Let me get down in these comments so I could answer too. I'm going to answer the questions. Okay. First question is, have you ever watched a channel that you don't like just to get information or to see what's going on? I have. Let's see if anybody else answer. Okay, Terry Lynn, you have. Mm-hmm. Hey, AAA. I didn't even see you in there. Hey, Hudson's View. See what I mean? That's why I was supposed to look at the. I got dead into the questions. Let me see. I'm going to need to start by going to my live, guys. Sometimes I'm too much for myself. Okay. All right. So the next question is, have you ever took a screenshot of something you saw on YouTube? Or like the comment section, something you saw on YouTube. I have. I haven't. Look, here's the thing. We're not even explaining it. It's not, oh, I did it because one. We just yes and no. Have you ever? Have you ever? Okay. So right, that's right. If you have done it, then you put the little shot or whatever thing. But we don't have to do that. Just why, yes, why and no. We going, hey Tina. Yes, have you ever? Have you ever? It's the YouTube edition. This is the YouTube version of the game. So we've already asked, have you ever watched a stream of somebody you didn't like because you were trying to get an answer or see what was going on or whatever, or waiting to see them crumble, that type of watching. Have you ever done that? The second question was, have you ever took a screenshot of anything you saw on YouTube, whether it was the comment section or anything else? Okay. Have you ever recorded a live stream, whether it was for some form of evidence? Well, evidence, we're just going to call it that because I can't see what else we could have been recording it for, whether it was for our own things, but have you ever done that? Guilty. I'm guilty. Guilty. I've done it. I've done it. Have you ever been a part of a group that was basically a form of a hate group against someone, their channel, or something? Like, have you ever been a part of that group? Like, I'm talking about let me tell you something. The group will never be you subscribing or watching these channels. This is public. This is a public platform. So therefore, until somebody puts something behind a paywall, you are entitled to watch whatever you want. I'm talking about where you done got accepted. You had to be accepted. You went into a group that came from something. You came off of something from YouTube, but you were a part of that. Whether it was I just went to watch and see what they were saying, whether it was I win, sometimes I threw in my 2 cents, whatever. None of these answers make any of us bad. None of them make you bad. And nobody makes you right or wrong. It's just whatever. Hey, if it's a table, we sitting on it. Here you go. We playing Have You Ever. Have you ever? Have you ever? And even if you're watching this later or you're watching this now and you don't answer in the chat, answer these questions for yourself. Just have you ever? Okay, so have you ever participated in any form of a hate group against somebody or something, whatever? So like anything like that. So whether it was an Instagram, Twitter, wherever they had them, I don't know, or wherever they at. Have you ever been a part of those in any form of fashion? So let me see. Let me ask. My answer for that one is no. My answer for that one is no, because I know if we're doing it to bring a change or if we're doing it to better something, we do it in the open. I truly believe that. Now I believe bad boys and girls move in silence, and I understand that. But that's if I'm planning a takedown or I'm planning a lick or I'm planning some type of, that type of thing. But other than that, it's in the open so you can know what we're asking you to do. So before we take you down, what we're asking you to do is just this. So if you do it, if you comply, then we'll be fine. But if you don't, then taking you down is my only other goal. So I just believe in being out in the open. I don't think anybody's wrong for that, because I understand sometimes you need groups. That's what they were set up for in the beginning, because you need these groups, because there's people that want to talk about it, but they don't want to do it out here because they don't want people to know how they feel. So they were meant for something good. I do understand that. And they were meant to give you some privacy. I do understand that part of it. But then people invaded all that. People take the shots in the same screenshots and talking about, hey, G5. They'll take screenshots and they'll take them out the group. They'll take information from the group and so, okay. So back to have you ever on YouTube. Have you ever been attacked on YouTube? Belittled, degraded, insulted, humiliated, lied on? That's all under the attack. Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever? So yeah, so no, have I ever been, because then we're comparing people's problems and I don't do that. But have I been disrespected in a way I feel like there was no need to even be disrespected on a platform that I didn't, it's not like I came to, hey, come get your ass checked. Now, if I go to a channel and the channel's called Get Your Ass Read All Night, I'm not going to go in there and be like, oh my God, y'all. I came in the comments, was like, hey. And they was like, hey, it's for horses, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they went to going. I came in a place called Get Your Ass Checked. But if I come in a place and your title says, come in, open chat, let's all talk, I didn't know that meant let's come and talk about each other. I ain't know that meant hold on while I put you down for no apparent reason. Hold on why, whatever. Okay. Have you ever disrespected on this here platform where you might have checked somebody, went and found their social, whatever it was you did that was really outside of what you really should have been doing on his here platform? Have you ever? Yes, I have. Like I said, did I ever be in a mess and get in groups so we could compare and contrast notes and all that? No, I didn't. But when I rocked for Taka Tour, I rocked. So I didn't need to tell nobody what I was doing, but I definitely was rocking with them past the tube. Meaning that I was definitely on these people's bumpers. On their bumpers to prove that they were bullying him, but really in their life, they were nothing. To prove that in their life, they were so unfucking happy, but yet they wouldn't leave him alone. I've done that. I've sat and argued with people where I've dropped real life addresses. Like, let's get it. Like, you talking all goodly and don't be in my city. But for what? For what? For what? So yeah, I could stand up and hold my head all the way up and say, oh no, I ain't never seen nobody a screenshot of shit. Nah, if we on the phone, we just holding conversation. I'm not sitting on here having a bash fest with nobody about nobody. And the same person you're going to get on here, you're going to get off of here. The only difference is that the reason I censor myself is because you have to understand, because you are a platform that is open to anybody to watch. You never know who might cross. And I want to make it very clear. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm not. I won't be disrespected. I won't sit back and be chin checked or none of that. None of that will ever happen in my life. But at the same time, I know that I can move and that your power doesn't show because you're going off all the time. That don't show you somebody. That really show that people don't take you serious enough to leave you alone. That people know if that smoke you got, they want it. It's like a vape pen. They want it. You can smoke it inside of anywhere you want. They want that smoke. They want it. They want it till they get it. I don't want to be on that for what? For what? So I could be like every other channel. Oh, how'd you come up? Oh, I got into it with Peter, and Peter told Paul, and Paul told Sarah. And hold on, I turned on the best subscribers I ever had. Remember that mod that came with me, rocked with me when everybody dissed me, still sat with me? I will fuck them. I don't even mess with them no more. I don't even mess with them no more. I don't want to be a part of that. That's the same old story. Come on, they done showed us a pattern, and I'm breaking the pattern. Y'all keep going this way, and that's actually a longer way. It's a shorter way to the goal you looking for, I guess, in numbers or dinero. But in your soul, in your person, in your character, then people get mad when you be like, well, I just think you messy, and I notice that you always in a mess, and then they crying and saying, I'm not messy. I wouldn't do no messy stuff. You all in the mess. Matter of fact, I can't even let you in my house with your shoes on because it's so covered in shit because you that knee deep in the mess. Now back to have you ever. So like I said, yeah, have I ever? Yeah, I have. I ain't no saint, man. Wait, first of all, I didn't know we was in the saint kingdom. I thought we was in the human kingdom. Where the crown came from the wars I fought, from the battles, and I'm still here. I didn't know we was in the hold on, daddy must be perfected. So let me tell you something. Y'all got a thing because I go on Terry Lynn's. People got a thing on that. People got a thing if I'm cool with Heidi. People got a thing when I was cool with Jerry Back. People got a thing if I have what I'm doing. But here's the thing: if I introduce y'all to some people that I love to death in real life, but I'm not trying to out them, I guess y'all really have some judgment. Please stop. Stop yourselves. I'm a free thinker. I'm very free. I would come on anybody's platform and stand 110 toes down in what I am and who I am. And if I felt that you were trying to degrade me to prove what that I snap, I'm human. I will. I will. You can't keep poking the bear and think I won't lunge at you. No, you can't. You can't. Don't ever think I'll bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't ever think that. But what I've learned is you fight them battles and then you the bad guy. Now I'm the hostile black woman who just came on from must have been the ghetto in the hood. She must have never learned how to read. She must have been on drugs. Parents must no. It was none of those things. It was I'm just the person who's tired of people only answering to the bullshit. I'm tired of people who only can relate or listen when you got them hemmed up against the wall, holding them by their collars, letting them know that in this here jungle, I am definitely part of the pride. But I don't need to come on here and stomp on toes to let you know that. I don't. I don't need to come on here and beef with you and talk about your habits and talk about your mama and your dog and your kids and your boyfriend and your lack of and I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And it's not because I don't care about people. I just don't care to use those as my reasons to see who you are. Sometimes I push all that to the side and I really see who you are. And it's not this tough Tony. It's not this goon. It's not this, you know what I'm saying? I don't see none of that. I see food. I see somebody who's been not listened to. I see somebody who's weak. I see somebody looking for friends, looking for validation, looking to be heard. So it don't matter. You know how like when your kids are acting up to get your attention and you think, did he just drop that dead on the floor in my face? I watched them do it. They're screaming for your attention. And at this point, they'll do anything for it, good or bad. So adults do that too. They're screaming for attention. And look through YouTube. Look through the comments. Look at the creators. I mean, I ain't never seen so many temper tantrums in my life. I mean, they are literally on the floor screaming for our attention. Hold on, baby. Let me step over here and give them some attention. Let me step over here. But see, I'm not going to give you the attention you used to. Because that's going to have you throwing more tantrums every day. Every day we got to watch the same tantrum. You got to. But back to have you ever. Have you ever? Oh, let me make sure I'm reading comments so I can say hello. Hudson View G5, in case I didn't. I think I did speak, but just in case I didn't. Teresa N, hey, how you doing? Triple A, just making sure I got everybody right now. Terry Lynn, Susan. Okay. Have you ever, in the comments, met people that, you know, at first, because I'm real strong on the word friends. And there's a powerful thing in the word friends. So when you're really a friend, even if it doesn't work, there's just things you would not do. So I'm real strong on the word friend. So let's start it with a YouTube friendship. Are there people that you met that you really like and you enjoy? And now you might even find yourself talking to them on the phone, talking to them on text, talking to them on another thing. You might have met that on here. Have you done that in YouTube? Hey, Vixen. I have. I have learned to trust women more, even though I'm watching women do all over YouTube, not just in one sector. I'm watching women do what I've always thought they all do: turn on each other, caddy up, fight, beat each other down with the same things that we all are fighting not to be beat down about. So when I see that, but it's also at the same time, I've seen good women, great, strong queens who are tired of that, or who have been in a shell or have been hanging with fellas their whole life because they felt the same way. And so it's given me a new understanding that in all things, just like there are good or things that make the example wrong, there are things that make the example good. So I've saw that on here and I really appreciate that. And I've not only seen it, I have seen it in different races, different walks of lives, different age groups, more than you can believe. One of my biggest demographics, believe it or not, so whether they come in the chat, is actually people 18 to 35 or something like that, 23, 20, something like that. That's a big thing. And there's a lot of fellas on here. Like my numbers are just about even with, women to men versus men on here. And so one of the things is that we do things that we always are icing out people, then wondering why does it seem so in this box? Well, I feel like I'm a man might feel like, oh, I'm a man, this isn't a place for a man, or a woman might feel like, oh, you know what, this isn't a place for this, or this isn't a place for a black, or this is, because it's wherever you want to go. It's wherever you want to go. And there are people who support you every single day, and they're never going to comment. They're never going to come up on a panel. They're never going to do that. And they support you 150%. They really do. But on the have you ever's, let's see what else. Because I'm trying to really think about things that I think about that go on here. And so I had to ask myself sometimes whether it was the worst case, because that's what we'll do. So they'll say, well, yeah, I took screenshots, but I never took my screenshots and then posted them on somewhere or sent them to somebody, but you took screenshots. So you open the door. So sometimes you just have to look at things and say, well, I've done that. And maybe it didn't end up that bad, or maybe it did. Who knows? But I've done that. I did this. You know what I mean? Have I ever come on here, as far as in these comments and said some things that I wish I could take back? Have you ever came on YouTube and said some things in the comments that you wish you could take back? I have. And that'll go real good and handy with the next question. Have you not said some things in the comment that you wish, if you could do it over, that you did? Please, 1,000,000 times. It's one of the reasons why I have a channel. Because the comments don't give you a chance to really explain what you're saying. It doesn't. It doesn't. And it's so, it's not personal. So people will take the comment however they choose to take the comment. However they feeling almost might be how they read it. And some people, they read and they only see the words that kind of get a rise out of them. So they don't really even read completely what you said. It's just like people who answer your question before you finish asking it. If you have an answer and I haven't asked the question, then that means you're not listening to anything I'm saying. So the point of talking to you is pointless, actually. Like I said, I never, even when I watch YouTube, I watch some creators and they're showing me a clip of something. And I'm looking at a bunch of people taking just the clip. It's all there is. And I always think, so if it's a secret video, why are you not showing me the whole thing? Because the whole thing might tell on somebody else and maybe later we'll hear about it. And then if it's a video that's public, then I'm going to watch it. Because I want to know what happened before, what happened at that point you're showing me, and then what happened after. I want to know the whole doggone story. But around here, people don't want the whole story. They want the juicy tidbits. No. They want to give you the highlights. They want to give you the highlights, and they want to leave out everything else. Everything that was important, the stuff that actually changed those highlights. Because now it's not a highlight no more. It's like, wait a minute, that don't even sound interesting. But that's YouTube. That's why I thought about the have we ever's. A bunch of people have. Like I said, we've said things that made you realize. Sometimes I had to say it to realize, oh my God, I could see how that offended somebody. I can see how. Here's a story on me, a true life story. I worked for a company once. And the day before, I had a back injury, and my back would bother me so much. This is before I had my last surgery. So I didn't even realize, that there were problems going on. But anyway, so my back would just bother me so bad that I could barely stand up. It was just unbearable. So one day I was at work, and one of my coworkers gave me I don't want to call it the wrong thing. What is this thing called? This pill. Wasn't a Vicodin. I don't like Vicodin. I don't like what it does to my stomach. But what did they give me? It might have been like an Oxycontin, but whatever it was so strong that when it kicked in, I thought, oh no, I can't work. Like I'm not even feeling normal. Like I feel like somebody needs to give me a glass of milk, and I need to go to someone and stick my finger down my throat because I just did not feel right. So I ended up going home. So the next day when I came back to work, people were laughing or whatever. So it was me, the person who gave me the pill, and one of my managers. And my manager at the time was an African American too. And so we all sitting there, and she said, "Oh, Danny, well, I had to make sure, that's a real addictive pill. People get real addicted to that pill. I wanted to make sure you're not addicted." And I literally said, "I'm Black. Black people don't get addicted to pills." I could eat those words. Do you see this epidemic going through the world? It don't have a color. It don't have a color. And it was the fact that I even thought it did, that it crept dead into my own community, into our own lives, right in your back, was sitting at your back door. And you was just opening the back door, running out, taking out the trash, doing all this, letting it in. But it took me to say that to realize how many I offended. And I wasn't even trying to. I literally was just speaking off at the time what I knew. And what I knew was nobody I knew was on pills like that. Even when they had injuries, that I knew. Because what I learned also with the pill epidemic is people can hide it for a while, or you have no clue. You wouldn't even know. So how could I speak on it? But that's just an example of how we grow. So I had to say something, make an action, be wrong. Stand in my wrong where I could hear it myself. Not somebody told me. I heard it myself from the moment it came out my mouth. How insulting it was. So, like I said, we all make mistakes. We all say it wrong. And that don't mean when I say that, I'm justifying the wrongest thing somebody did, or I'm justifying all wrongs. I'm speaking on how I had to learn for myself. And you think I could give a grace or a mercy to myself and not see it to nobody else? I'm the only one worthy of it. I'm the only one worthy of somebody actually looking at the whole big picture instead of one piece of it. If you judging me off of one post, one comment, one panel, one this, then judge me. You know what I mean? Then you're not judging me, you're judging that. And one thing about judgment, it comes with all of what you think. Not what's going on, not really what the other people are thinking, just what you think. It's just what people think. And that's all I see all over YouTube. I mean, it just, oof. It's just I don't even want to say it's the deaf leading the blind because I think we have better results. It's more like it's the hurt leading the hopeless. Where are we leading them to? The same old shit. Welcome to the shit river. We all done got here. How did we get here? I don't know. It's your turn. And that's what people say. It's like an initiation. Let me tell you something. When I got to high school, when I was leaving 8th grade, because remember in 8th grade, you're the biggest fish in the pond. When I was leaving 8th grade, it was a reality. Like, wait a minute. Now you're the smallest fish in the pond because you're going to high school. So it was a lot of people that was nervous. I was never nervous. People say, oh, on your first day, the upperclassmen, the juniors, the seniors, they throw pennies at freshmen. They do this, they give freshmen, they giving wedgies to freshmen, they doing this, they doing that, they doing this. I told them I'm not worried about nothing like that. Ain't nobody putting their hands on me. Because nothing about me coming in some freshmen means my initiation is being pumped around. My initiation is being cussed out and checked, beat up. What? What initiation y'all doing? So I just don't look at things like that. No initiation should have me being degraded, belittled, embarrassed, dogged out. And then on YouTube, it's like today, Monday on YouTube. We are best friends. This is my girl. Got your back. Hey, love you so much. Da 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 dee da 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 da. Today, Tuesday, on YouTube. I can't stand that bitch. By the way, this was what was going on and you didn't even know it. Do you remember that time we was on there live and I wouldn't laugh at a joke? Oh, the reason I wouldn't laugh at a joke is because that's the day that I truly found out, what the hell? This is YouTube. This is YouTube. And then it's, hold on, let me get real tight with your enemies because we gonna prove there's something wrong with you. I'm gonna prove something wrong with everybody that's involved. And why are you sitting around saying, well, you shouldn't mess with such and such because they involved? You shouldn't be, all y'all involved. Everybody that's involved is involved. Everybody else is spectators. And here's the thing, none of y'all would be doing this on your channels if you didn't want spectators. So it's all going to have spectators. And some spectators going to say, oh, well, regardless of what's going on, it's a better atmosphere over here. Because like I said, some of y'all chats worse than some gang neighborhoods I go. And I could take y'all through the streets and we could walk through more freely and with less judgment than I'm going to walk through some of y'all chats. Some of y'all chats, I mean, I'm like, dang, is everybody in here psychic? Because they in here just reading everybody's life. You go over here because of this. You do this. You must have came from a home like this. It must have been like, dang, I mean, I ain't never seen so many people know everybody's life. But can't predict how to get themselves out some shit. How they can stay away from being a part of it. I don't know. So, like I said, Danny, stay out of it as far as I want to stay out of it. Because like I said, the difference is if I stoop to these type of levels, it's not going to be nice. Not for me. Forget for y'all, for me. You know why? Because then I lose again. I lose again for... So, Bubba, what you're trying to tell me is you don't like to get in the mess neither, right? You stay out the mess. No, you cannot climb on the chair through the back, Bubs. Do you stay out the mess? That's all I want to know. Okay, you stay out the mess. That's all I needed to know. Everything else I don't care about. Just stay out the mess. That's what you gotta do. You gotta stay out the mess. When I was young, if you was in a gang, you couldn't even, I don't care if they was your family member, you wasn't supposed to be associating with nobody else in the gang. Because you know what they was afraid of? That you might tell where your meetings was. You might tell secrets. You might tell business. You might give them information to help you get set up. So what my generation had to do was prove, yeah, it's gonna be people that do just that, just what you said. And you're gonna have to make examples out of them. But it's gonna be people that honestly can just move with people because they people. And I'm not stopping them to see what gang they in, and I know what they are. And here's our respect. We don't even talk about that shit. We don't even, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we on. I don't diss you guys. None of that. None of that. And like I tell people, you get older. When I was young, you dissed everybody's gang to put yours up. But when you got to be an OG, you got to a place where I don't need to diss your gang, but I'm never dissing mine. None. Nothing under its umbrella. So, like I said, to come on here and people be like, "Oh, girl, you siding, girl." Siding what? Hmm? Oh, girl, you doing this? I'm doing just what I want. Like I hope all of y'all are doing. I hope everybody who came in here, you came in here because you wanted to watch, you wanted to talk, you wanted to see what I was saying, you know, any of those type of things. Not because you came in and you was hoping that you could find a clip that made it seem like it was this, or not because you came in because you wanted to see if I was going to talk about you, or not because you came in because some messy shit. Because let me say something. If I'm going to talk about you, it's going to be in the headlines. I'm going to say it dead out. And it's not going to have a nice title. It's not going to misinform you what I'm talking about. Period. Period. So unless it's a topic that I mean everybody that's under this umbrella, then it's just a broad statement. But when I'm definitely talking about you, I'm gonna call you by your name. I'm gonna call you by your name. Not no nickname. I don't give a damn who click on your channel when I say it. I hope they do click on your channel. I hope they do it. I hope they can get something better out the bullshit I'm telling you about. But all this 90-day drama festival that flip up so much in those 90 days. I hate to say 90 days because then somebody say I'm talking about 90 Day. The creator, I'm talking about 90 Day. The damn show, I ain't talking about neither one. I'm just saying how this shit go on longer than, you know what I mean? Any fast, anything. Ramadan came and went, and some of this shit still going on. Christmas done came, we damn near back at it again. And the same shit still going on. People done had a birthday, and now they celebrating their next year's birthday on the book, and we still on the same shit. Only thing changed was the players. And some of the players, they as original as the Monopoly pieces. They the dog, the car. They the original pieces. Samantha, hey sis. Hey, let me see. I see a couple other people. I don't want to not be saying hi. Sassy nerd girl, hey sis. Vixie. Samantha. But yeah, like I said, but most of the stuff going on, it's repetitive. It's repetitive. And I swear, it's somebody sitting right now in a chat. It's somebody sitting at their home, and they got the blueprint to the messy shit. And they say, oh, yeah, that's how I'm going to start my page. I'm going to come out. I'm going to come out just straight up dissing. This goes out to you and you and you. And then they're going to go for whoever they think the crowd hate the most because they're using the blueprint. And then we're going to look up and the same people that was cheering for you. Yeah. It's just like if you go watch Passion of the Christ. Same people that was walking down there cheering with you. Yeah. It'll be the same people that's walking down with you, begging them to crucify you. Begging them to tear you down. They'll have the information. Hold on a second. This is all these Judases, all these traitors, all these, man, let me tell you something. If you want to know how not to act on YouTube, just watch YouTube. Because it's going to give you the blue. So that's why people, Danny, you out here doing, man, have you seen the movie called YouTube? Have you seen how these mofos move? Do you see what they do? They'll drag people got nothing to do with it dead in the center of it. They'll cuss people out for doing the shit they're doing. I don't know. Everybody be all the N-word. But there's a lot of people doing some racist stuff on here and got nothing to do with the N-word. They change their voice to talk black. They talk about black people here. These all racist shit. But we not calling that out because they not jumping out the N-word. Come on now. Come on. I'm going to respect it. But we not, I know you want to go back outside because I got the window open. But we literally went outside twice. But we went outside, then we came in, and we went back outside. No, then we went back outside. But we're not going to do it again. No, but. Look, you see the camera? Look, I want you to look. This is real life around here. This is real life. This is YouTube. Do you know what that means? Oh, Bubba, you must know. No. I'm gonna need you to go. I'm gonna need you to get out. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. It gets real around here. It gets real. I can't stop it. It just gets real. The dogs really be wanting to do too much. I open the little window. I mean, we just looking at a parking lot. You think I done opened the window and he's looking at Disney. But we just realized that on the other side, we just realized that on the other side of the hotel, they have a dog little park area inside, like grassed area. And now Nino wants to go back there and wait for dogs to come out. And so after I went live, we go hang out for a little bit in there. But you got to be careful because you already know I'm probably the only person in there grabbing a bag to pick up my dog's shit. But I'm not judging nobody. I'm not, as long as I ain't stepping in it. But I'm not judging nobody. But I promise you, this window, hey Deborah, this window is open and he just keeps looking out the window. I'm so sad. Hey Marianne. Oh man, I'm telling you, he is something else. Thanks, Deborah, for popping in. Enjoy babysitting. I actually like being around the kids sometimes because they remind me how the world was a lot simpler when you didn't realize what it really was. But the adult in me is just so happy that I do realize what it really is. So then I know how to do right myself so that someone isn't sitting around thinking about how I'm a part of. You know what I mean? That's it. So even when I'm on a creator's page and something come out about them, I don't have no parts in that. So I just hear the story. That's it. Then I'm just going to go off of how they react. How do they respond to it too? And that's not to let me give them judgment or, once again, where's this heaven or hell I'm sending them to? Hold on, prison? I'm not even sending them to a Club Med. I don't even have money like dude. I'm not sending people to the moon. I don't know where I'm sending you. I'm not. And like I said, when you got all the secrets about what's going on, that means you need deep in it. So I want y'all to start paying attention. All the people that know all the backstories, they in it. They're involved. They're involved. And some know it, and they're just like, yeah, I am involved. I'm there. And some trying to play it off. I'm not involved. I just send messages. I'm not involved. I just sat on the phone for 2 hours with 8 of us talking shit about them. But I'm not involved. I just laughed. I just giggled. And then, like I said, there's people taking screenshots because you laughed in the chat, and then they're going to take the worst part of the chat of the conversation that was on the panel, and they're going to swear that that's the time you was laughing. Let's say I was. The same content creators that'll bust you out for that, when people laughing at they chat about inappropriate stuff, I never hear not one of them say, hey, block Susan over there. She laughing. That's not a joke. We don't play about nothing like that. Because see, when you do that, then I believe what you're saying, or I'll even hear your cries for help. But there's no way that you're going to be out on the streets sticking up and robbing people, and then you're going to sit down with me, and we're going to form a group to take the robbers off the street. Because, see, I know one thing about people who do that. You just want to get the other robbers off the street so you don't have no competition. And I'm not here to help you with your agenda. I don't do that for nobody. I'm not. Because if you're a real boss, you'll set up shop right in the middle of their shit and still outsell them. That's where I'm from. I don't know where anybody else from. So that's me. It's like, oh no, why would I need somebody else? I don't even ask people to, like I said, it's big YouTubers that I've definitely been subscribed to and supported for years. I don't even speak on their platforms right now because I'm nervous that they'll think I'm just doing it for, you know what I mean? I want to do this the real way, the 10 toes down way, the way that I appreciate it the right way, where I can just give you me. Because if I start grabbing your fans and your people and they only over here because you over here, then here's the thing. They going to want me informed to be like you. I want them to just know I'm me. I rock with you, I fuck with you, I hang with you, I'm cool with you, I respect you, but I'm still me. No matter where we go, I'm still going to be me. And I feel sorry for anybody who can't be them. I feel sorry for anybody who wants to put on somebody else what they doing. I feel sorry for them. That's it. That's it. But I love this kingdom. I love everybody who come in. And like I said, once again, I don't care about the backstory. You know. Nino don't either. He don't. Nee, let them come out their room, okay? That's right. Nee. Did he just walk in the bathroom? He is just acting a fool. You must really want to go on your kennel, bud. No, you must really want to go on your kennel. Don't jump on my lap. Because you're just doing the wrong thing. You're just doing the wrong thing for no reason. You need a YouTube channel because you'll be all in the mess. He'll be all in the mess, y'all. I'm letting you know right now. Screenshots everywhere. Gossip everywhere. That's me. That's just him. That's him. I try to keep him calm. I try to keep him down from it. He just stay in the mess. It's okay. Stay out the mess, Nick. Stay out the mess. You gotta love him. You got to. But yeah, like I said, so that's the one thing. Like I said, I just thought of a few have you ever. I'm really gonna put together 20 have you ever, and it's always gonna be a YouTube edition. It's just gonna be because some people are sitting around here acting like they hold on, y'all. Y'all know the saying, like your shit don't stink. That's what's wrong. Some of y'all standing in a dirty bathroom telling people how everybody else shit stink. But you know how a bathroom is. You walk up in a bathroom and nobody up in there and it stank. You nervous to get up out of there fast because you think somebody else gonna think you walked in and you did it. Because you the only one in the bathroom. But half of y'all walking around just like that, act like your shit don't stink. It do. It do. Everybody's shit stink. Everybody's does. And if they got some good shit, good smelling shit, they need to bottle it up and make it a perfume. Now, don't get me wrong. The other day when I was up on Terry Lynn's live for 1,600 hours, because you know you gotta whenever we speak on Terry Lynn's live, you must multiply by 3 and add 6. Okay, so she go live for 4 hours. We're gonna multiply that by 3, 12. We're gonna add 6. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Where are we at? 18? 18-hour live. So I was on Terry Lynn's live for, let's see, it was 8 hours. So I was on there probably about 7. So we're gonna say 7 times 3, 21 plus 6, 27. I was on there for 27 hours straight. On Terry Lynn's live. But let me tell y'all something. That night I couldn't sleep. I didn't come on and say, girl, I just can't sleep. Because one of the things you know is you never catch me on lives late at night. I just don't. But in the last couple of days, like I said, so whatever it was that it was for somebody else, I know what it was for me. It was a chance that I didn't even have to take my mind. See, and that's the thing that sometimes y'all got to understand. Even if it was something being said or something being done wrong, it doesn't mean that at all points everybody can hear it. Because sometimes even when you're on a panel, somebody might get to talking about a question that was being read and you thinking about that or answering that, and then they start talking about something else. Those type of things happen. I didn't say it happened that night, but it happens on panels. But I was just glad to be in a place where we were laughing. When I could have just been sitting around letting my mind be idle, letting my mind just pick up on everything negative, including the negative energy that's on here, whether it's to me or not. You know what I mean? So as long as people are taking their life because of what happens during cyberbullying on the internet, there's no way I'm gonna ever say there's peace on the internet. So whether it's here or not here, and it's just like over here, it's just waiting to catch his first body, you know. But when it happens, then everybody's gonna put up the white flag. Well, start the peace treaty before the body. That shows power. That's it. So like I said, but what you don't catch, Danny, I ain't sat up here and been on nobody panel and been, oh, and F her, F her. You don't like her? I just don't rock with her. I don't really, I'll tell you in a heartbeat, like, hey, it's just something I didn't like about that. You know, when you get to getting you want to get physical, I don't even want to get up in your glamour, because if we get into it, I'm not even going to have a conversation with you, because you already told me who you are. And that's for anybody. You know what I mean? That's for anybody. I don't send out no threats to nobody, because none of this is worth that. It's not threats, it's promises. And like I told y'all, stop making cyber crimes. Threatening people on the internet is illegal. It really is. It is. I mean, the cyber stalking, bullying, sending pizzas, where now you're affecting people who have nothing to do with this. They don't know who these YouTubers are. They don't. I mean, look how big Tasha K is. I know people, when you say her, they're like, I have no idea who the fuck you talking about. Or when the Cardi B stuff was going on, they would say, oh, I know she a YouTuber, but what she be talking about? Because they didn't know who she was. So if you think that there's people over here, I don't give a damn if you telling me they got 37,000 people. It's people in the world right there that know you, that'll tell you, who are you talking about? Who in the hell is Terry Lynn? Who in the hell is John Yates? Who in the hell are these people? Who are they? Not even YouTube is going to put out a memorial if something happened to one of them tomorrow. You know why? Because they're not even giving them enough money. So please, y'all, stop risking your life. Stop risking your name for other people. If you're not standing on what you believe, that's what Danny's standing. I stand in what I believe. I stand in what I stand for. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. We're not coming on Terry Lane's channel to stand on anything other than when I came on there to stand up for Happy, when John Yates came on calling her a bitch. When? I came on there to stand, so she wasn't the only black woman up there speaking on anything about our race. I came out there. I sure did. But stand on what? Because when we've been standing on anything, who been standing on something? To come up and stand on it with them. What we standing on? They standing on telling their story? They got a right to. It's their channel. I'm not going to go on my channel and say, please stop telling your story. That's why people say, Siwa told her story 8,000 times. She had a right if she did on her channel. Now, if she going from channel to channel now, girl, I'm going to need you to go back on over there and tell it. That's all we can say. But if you do know, yes, who cares? Okay, I don't. Because trust me, after I hear a story the first time, I stop watching it, whoever telling it. I don't need to hear the story 1,800 times, because then I'm going to start breaking it down. Like, wait a minute, you ain't say that last time. You added that piece. When that person come into the party? Because that's how I'm going to be watching it. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now we messing with other people's jobs and stuff. Come on now. Poor little pizza boys. Sure. And then everything we name on YouTube that people do be the most heinous shit in the world. Like, are these real? I mean, like, what? YouTube is coming like 90 days. They'll just put anybody on it. Now you got a record? Are you fighting a case? Now YouTube, they like, well, YouTube should do a background check. That's not going to stop it. YouTube should do a we not finna play with you check. Okay, whoever you are, you do this, bam, gone. Bam, gone. Bam, gone. Figure out, I mean, even when you watch the videos, I know I watch the videos, the different videos they have on how to, being a creator, everything, whatever. The little StreamYard channel, whatever. The people to do all the little videos, teaching you how to do better editing and all this kind of stuff. But one of the things when you watch some of the videos, they'll tell you is that over the pandemic, most of the channels that came are trash. And they've got people, because they're in a negative space, you're fighting with, it's trash. But just like anything else, people get tired of, I'm just over the trash. I remember when Jerry Springer first started fighting, everybody was lifting their shirt for beads. Everybody was, Jerry. Then one day he was like, damn, I'm so tired. It done got to a point where he got to censor half the fight out, so I don't even get to see it. But I'm still watching to see the fight. But all I'm hearing is the sounds of bodies hitting a mic, and it's staged. We done seen things to let us know that half these fights are staged, half the stories are lies. But yet, like a bad accident, we can't look away. That's what YouTube is. That's what YouTube is. An episode of Jerry Springer. And think about it. Jerry Springer used to give us good stories of what his family went through in the Holocaust. Good stories. He brought on two little kids who end up getting married because both of them were can't remember if they were HIV positive, but they both have passed along, in time. But he brought that story to us, so we didn't even know who those people were, and showed us how Tretch from Naughty by Nature, because the little girl liked him so much, came good things. Jerry Springer stood for good things, but it's people that will never remember that about him, because all they'll know is he had every boob in the world. People came from all over to flash their boobs for beads on Jerry. That's how YouTube is. Except for they're not even getting beads. People not even getting beads. That's the sad part. They're not even getting beads. They just flashing the fool side of them. That if your mothers, your kids, like I said, hey, here's a question you can ask yourself. If my kids or my little sister, or my little brother, or my cousins, or my godchildren, or my grandchildren were on here acting the way I act, would I be okay with it? If your answer is no, then check yourself. That's the only person you could check. But if you ask yourself, if people were doing to my loved one what I'm doing to somebody because they thought they were wrong, would I be okay with it? And right or wrong, if you can't stand it, to change it. Because let me tell you, if I do wrong on here tomorrow, if you ask me that question, my answer's going to be hell yeah, because I understand why she did it. And I won't bite my tongue. I won't be a fool. I won't take the video down. I won't take back what I said. I will stand in it. And even when I realize it was wrong, I'm still going to stand in that if I was still in that same position, I'd do the exact same thing again. But if you can't stand in that, or if tomorrow you'd be sitting in a corner crying because somebody was doing your granddaughter or your daughter or your niece or your goddaughter or your sister the way you doing somebody on the internet, you better change yourself today. You better change it today, because only you could change it. Because just like we bringing them pizza men in and pizza women, they ain't got nothing to do with it. People gonna bring in your family. And I'm not talking about because they talked about them. It's going to be because your daughter heard you going off on the internet, thought she'd go off on somebody, now they stalking her to death. And she don't even know how to come and tell you, because she thinking to herself she not as tough as you, because she think you got it all under control. She thinking you big, bad, and tough all over YouTube. YouTube got too many people for you to be that big, bad, and tough. And no matter how tough you are over here, it's going to be an area that's going to be like, come on, bring it, come on, come on. Like I tell people, don't tell me you tough in your neighborhood. Tell me you tough everywhere you go. Tell me you get respect everywhere you go. Because I get respect everywhere I go. But I give it. I ain't walking around treating people like, whatevers. Hey, Shauna. Look, I said, hey, Shauna, and Siri said, can I help you? I don't know. Is your name Shauna? Siri, just like my dog. They just got to steal the attention. You know what I mean? Just, Siri, should I do a live with you? I mean, do you need to be on the screen with me? It's just too much going on. It's too much. It's too much, guys. I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. Sassy, I am 42, and if my mother was on here and she even thought I was doing something like that, she'd come on my live and check me. She's like, hey, you dropped the link. Just drop it. Drop it. And she wouldn't come on caring about nothing nobody was saying in the comments. She'd tell me what I knew better and what I stood for, and that I could never want you. The change starts in me. I'm not here to tell somebody what they need to do. I'm here to show what I'm going to do under pressure, in the pressure. Like I said, tell me when I've been on anybody's channel and we sat and shit on somebody together. I'm just going to wait on them. But yet people will say, Danny over there because she on their agenda. What agenda are we on? What agenda? I'm on an agenda to show you I can move wherever I want, and what it's not going to change is my word, is my bond. Period. That's it. That's it. That's it. And you know how I know it? Because even when people inbox me, even when people hit me on another site, even when people talk to me, they show that same respect. It's not just on this here camera. And I'm going to show them that same respect. So that's the difference. Maybe you should try it. Don't knock it, try it. See how you go. You get more bees with honey, baby. You do. You get more bees with honey. But yeah, my mama, a Will Smith smacked me. Now I don't even think that's funny because that was my baby and that was inappropriate. But if you think she wouldn't smack me and wouldn't care if I got out my body. Because my mama one of them people that's gonna say, hey, when you got finished acting the fool, where are them people you was bagging up? And see, on YouTube, you got to be careful because you'll be standing up beating your chest like King Kong for somebody, and that same person is over there beating you in the back with apples and tomatoes. You say, wait a minute. I'm in YouTube jail for life for defending you. And you throwing tomatoes and rotten ones at me too? Ain't this about a... Love Mama Lynn, that's right. And see, Mama Lynn is an example of if your mama come, hey, your mama and your mothers come from a different place. They're like, oh, it wasn't no internet. Forget what you're talking. I'm standing down for mine. Like I am completely. Didn't you hear me say I die for mine? Like they come in with that spirit, like, please. You know what I've been through in my life? You think this stuff you saying that you making up gonna hurt my life? They OGs. That's like your parents, they OGs. That you can think you got the most sweetest mama. Let somebody mess with one of her babies. Her baby's 65 years old. She is jumping up, cane in hand. And you better believe it. As she should. As she should. And the same people had no respect for your mom and then be like, don't disrespect my mom. Wait, hold on. When yours become so much more special than mine? That's why I told you I don't talk about nobody kids. You know why? Because you can't talk about mine. Think it's a joke. Think it's that sweet. Think you can go do it on a channel and we just gonna have it as some secret conversation. You did it in a secret group. Now I'll find every dirt on your kids and y'all... And I'm gonna make videos of you being a zip damn fool everywhere. I'm gonna put it all over your kids' shit. If they work for a company, you're gonna be sad because I'm gonna have it all on the company. And say this is a representation of where you got it. Because I ain't gonna mess with your kids. Okay. Did you let them know? And then give them one more bark in case they missed it. Mm-hmm. And then you finished. I don't know what to do, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm not messing with nobody's kids because once again, no matter what beef I got with somebody as an adult, I don't have it with their kids. I don't. Your kids actually the innocent part. They the part that I'm actually letting you make it because I want them because they love you. Whether I hate you to death. And I don't hate nobody because nobody is really worth it. I don't have no enemies. Like I said, I ain't got no enemies. I'm sitting around thinking about my enemies. If you go ask a person who tell you right now, I don't like Danielle, ask them why, and it's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be some because she think that everything Pookie say is the truth. Who said that? You? It's not gonna be Danielle Diaz, son. What did I do? She thinks she right. Oh my God. When did I come on y'all and say, hold on, here's a quiz. The only right answer is what I say. Anything else y'all say is wrong. I told y'all what worked for me and what didn't. I told y'all why I'm this way and I could be the other way. I told y'all that not only will I jump back onto the other side of the gate, I know how to jump a gate without touching it. So I will jump a gate back to the other side. But why? For what? Am I doing it for my children? Because in reality, my children don't want me on that side of the gate. Am I doing it for my safety? Because I'm not in danger. What am I doing it for? For you too? Oh no, I'm gonna pass. That's a strong no. That's a hard end right there. No. Please. I wish I would. And then somebody else gonna come. There's so many people on here and they not being their real authentic self. Then here come a new creator who comes out and their story is just as similar as yours, but people are respecting it and you saying to yourself, damn, I could have just told them the truth. Instead of wasting all this time arguing, roasting people, but then being mad when people roast me, messing with people's kids, then be mad when you mess with man. Talking about people's finances and upping their information and giving out their address. Like I said, I try to look at everybody the same way I look at myself. So no matter who you are, sassy nerd girl, whoever's in here, I tell myself, I wouldn't want to just pop up at a stranger's house because they should protect their home. That's what I'm thinking, right? Does that mean everybody a goon? No, but I just think that anybody should be doing that. So I'm never thinking about popping up to somebody's house unannounced. I'm not popping up to somebody I know the house unannounced. So I'm definitely never even thinking that's cool or cute. And then I'm warning you, I'm on YouTube being nice. I got people that's not gonna care. Oh, you just throw up. Oh, what did you eat? What did you eat? I knew outside I should have took your mother. Go. Thank you for doing that in one spot. Guys, I'll tell you, man. Jeez, please. Oh, gracious. Let me tell you something. If you're a pet owner, you always got a kit with you. You think I need to call housekeeping? No. I'm going to have disinfectant spray. I'm going to have more disinfectant spray. I'm going to have disinfectant flushable wipes. I'm going to have paper towels, and I'm going to have bags. God, Jesus. But since I have to go and put on some gloves and clean up puke, I salute all nurses, all people in those type of things. Because there's just something in the sounds people make when they're about to throw up that make me nauseous. Thinking about them like, I don't know whatever he ate, but he got it out. So, so I am literally about to go clean this up. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I'm about to go clean this up, and then I'm going to take him outside again. I don't know what he got into, but I knew I shouldn't have had him out there with his muzzle off today because I know how quickly he'll grab something up. I don't know what he got into. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I did plan to stay on longer, but hey, life calls, duty calls, so I got to go take care of that right now. And then also I want to take him out because I need housekeeping to then, after I clean it up, come mop the whole floor for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I love you guys. I will definitely be back. I always say that, but I mean that. Not so much this morning will I be back. But I'll definitely be back today and come back and hang out and laugh with you guys and talk with you guys and get some love from you guys and give some love to you guys. But for right now, I'm going to go clean up the barf party, from the bark party, from Nino, my barking friend, to the barf party. Like he just went out kegging last night. See, I don't even know what my dog been. But they used to have that commercial. Do you know where your kids are? It's 8:15. Do you know where your children are? They had it in Chicago. I don't know if they had it anywhere else. But I need to know where my dog's been. So I have a couple of questions to ask him to find out what happened. What did you eat? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Love you. Love on each other. And I will talk to you later. All right, Nino, let's